in pig farming, it will get to a point that you find your pig after it has given birth, it will lie on one side of its body, and then the piglet will start to breastfeed from it. And there are some pigs that they can lie on that very side for about 2 days if you don't pay close attention to. And this mostly happens with the first-time mothers. After they have given birth, they have lost their senses and some their energy. So they just lie as they fall to the ground. How they lie is how they will be for a very long time until you intervene. So the intervention is what I just want to share with you in this video, because it has happened to me several times. So one thing is, after the first-time mother has given birth and lying on one side of her body, you see, she can be there if you don't go there to see for yourself. And this is mostly risky with those of us who have farm attendants that are not very regular on the farm, and they go out to do their own things and leave the animals to be on their own for about 2-3 days without going to the farm. If your female pig gives birth at that point, she will lie on one side of your body. So if you go to see something like that, don't assume that your pig has been paralyzed or something like that. No, that is not the case. All you have to do as a farmer at this point is assist the pig by trying to lift it so that it will be like it's going to fall on the other side of her body. So assuming she's lying on the left side, you are trying to lift it so that it will go to the right side. And as you are doing this, if the weather is also hot, you then start pouring some water to cool the pig. You understand? There are some pigs, they will be breathing heavily. And at this point, you have to be there giving water, supplying water by pouring it on its head. But don't just pour directly onto the head. You might end up worsening the situation. But you pour it from the leg side. Okay, like the back leg, that is the hind legs. You start pouring from it small, then you get to the belly side, and then you can cover the whole head. If the pig is a bit active, she will start to shake the head to draw off the water that has maybe entered its ears. So as you try to lift the pig, you see that it will be able to stand for some time, and sometimes it will be shaking. As the pig stands and stays shaking, you have to ensure that you support the other side where it was already lying so that it does not fall back to that side. It will be like you are pegging it, like a peg. So you are pegging it so that it doesn't fall to that side. Even if you peg it in a really in a slanted angle about 70 degrees, gradually you see that your pig will start to stand firm as you keep supporting it. And there will also be a time that whilst you are doing this, your pig is very hungry. That is at the point where it was lying on the ground. She is still hungry, but she can't get up to go and eat. This is where it gets very dangerous if you don't see it early. So when you say your pig is very hungry but cannot get up and go to where the feed is, don't say that maybe I've always been depositing the feed here, so the pig is supposed to go there and eat. You have to bring the feed very close to her. In my case, I had to pour the feed on the ground just close to her mouth. That was even before I now pour the water and try to raise her to the other side. You understand? So as I dropped the feed, she started licking the feed on the ground. And where the water was also positioned, she was not getting access to the water. So I had to fetch the water, take it to her. And then she would put her mouth in the bowl, lick the water. And that was where, after I poured the water, the remaining water on her, and tried to lift her to the other side, she stood and shook for some time before she started to walk. You understand? So if you don't see this on time, you might be tempted to give medications. It's not an infection. Mostly it's due to the fact that your pig has lost its senses and it has lost enough energy. So all you need to do is you try to raise the pig up. With the first-time mothers, like I said, once they have fallen to that side, they feel very comfortable lying in that direction, and they don't want to stress themselves again. So they can be there. If you don't go to intervene, they'll be on one side for a very long time, to the extent that when you try to lift it, you see that place, the shape of your pig has been drawn on the floor. So you have to be there. And at this point, your farm attendant has to be very regular on the farm. So I'm sorry for those of you who have this stubborn farm attendants that are always absent on your farm for like 2-3 days. They don't even go to see what is happening. If this thing happens, you are likely to lose your pig. Imagine your pig lying there, not being able to get up to go to where the feed is. Now the piglets are also cycling here, because there are some pigs that they are, no matter what they are doing, they will still have time for the piglet, and they have lost their senses. So the piglets can cycle them dried. You see, so that means while she's still losing the energy, there's no food to replenish the energy. There's no water for you to drink to even keep herself active. Yet, the little energy she was using to sustain herself, the piglets are also taking it out. So what happens? She dies. And then your piglet also die in the process. You understand? So once you see that, don't panic. Just try and then assist the pig by raising it. Okay, that is after you pour some water on her, try to lift her high, drag it to the other side of her body, so that she will stand for some time whilst you peg it with your hand, supporting it to stand. Like, I just wanted to get a very practical scenario to show to you, but mostly before this thing happens, sometimes I even forget myself to record it. At that point, my pig is going through a lot and I'll have to do things very fast to save her. You understand? So once you go to see this, don't panic. Stay calm and just see that your pig is breathing all right. If she's breathing heavily, you know that there's too much heat in her system. The stress is too much. Then you pour some cold water starting from the leg side, the back side, till you get to the head. And there are some pigs that after they have followed, if they don't fall to the ground, the feed you give it to them, they don't eat. Don't force them to eat. The only thing they need at that point is water. If they take water for the first day without eating any feed, they will still be fine. Don't force yourself to give them any feed. Just allow them to take some water. That one will be enough for them. And there are others too, after they have followed, they might eat the feed all right. But the others, they will not even eat any feed at all. So with that, that is why I say you give them grass. If you've been given a formulated feed, leave that one for now. Uproot some grasses around, maybe cassava leaves, water lettuce, or this scarlet spiderlings. They are all grasses in the environment. You can then give that one to them in small amount. They will start to eat it. And as time goes by, you see that now they will begin to eat the feed you have formulated for them. And there you have your pig. And as you're giving the piglet iron on the third day, you are giving the sow herself, you are giving her multivitamins to eat well so that she will produce more milk and then be able to take care of the piglet also for you. Remember, what the sow eats is what the piglets will end up taking into themselves as well. When you find your pig going through that stage, don't panic. It's part of the process. And if you have not encountered it yet, wait for it. There will be a time for you. This book is still available for those who don't have it yet. Just go into the description, tap on it,